Aidan, man, thoughts on Antonio Pierce becoming your best friend, as he called it, becoming full-time coach, and Tom Telesco as GM now of the team?
Yeah, super happy for both those guys. Obviously, AP, he deserved it. Did a great job, being the position he got put in this year, and I think obviously the support has been pretty well received from everybody. So, congratulations to AP. Hopefully a lot more wins for the Raiders.
Do you have any say as far as the offensive coordinator?
No, it's their call. I'm a player, so I'm just gonna keep playing, try to do that the best I can.
You finished strong with 8 touchdowns and no interceptions the last about 4 games. What just got better for you towards the end of the season?
Yeah, I think I don't think it's any secret that the more you play, the more reps you get, the more comfortable you're gonna feel, and so. To be able to, string games together, string those weeks of practices together, and to see different things, and try to use those things to help me, were huge. And obviously, great support from my teammates and coaches sticking with me. Obviously, didn't play as well as I wanted to this year, but like I said, a lot of teammates supported me. A lot of coaches did the same. So, a lot of appreciation for those guys.
Are there any quarterbacks like you'll be studying tape of in the off season for personal improvements? Like maybe not guys that Lamar Jackson or Michael Vick, but guys that you could tailor your game to and get better by watching or studying.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think we talked about this year, during the week we watch a lot of film, obviously, and so naturally you're going to watch other guys at the position. You're going to watch what other offensive coordinators are calling for, specific defense. And so, this offseason will be, some time that I get to spend on my own watching different guys. Like you said, I love watching Lamar and guys like that, but not really my game. And so, there's guys that do it from the pocket and do it really well that are still playing and, maybe aren't playing anymore. But, a lot of guys I can learn from.
When do you begin your off-season program, or have you already started it?
Yeah, I took some time off, but I've been back in the weight room starting this week, and it's nothing crazy. There's got to build a foundation again. It's a long season, a lot longer than I'm used to coming from college, and so there's a good progression that the strength coaches will have, and it'll be good to go along with that and see where it takes me.
Are you staying here? Or are you going back home?
I'll be here for the most part. Yeah, staying in Las Vegas. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is your home now.
Exactly. It's a lot warmer here. So Chicago, I don't know about going back there right now.
Right.
Yeah.
When did you hear about Nada's story?
A few days ago. Was texted about it and heard going from being homeless to what she's doing now is just so incredible. And we work really hard to play football, but at the end of the day, there's things that are more important than that. And so to see someone who's giving back and spending time doing the things that she's doing is really inspirational to me. I think a lot of what she does is often behind the scenes and not really seen by a lot of people. So for her to have this moment is pretty cool.
And you could see the emotional impact on
the
fact that she's crying literally in front of those students. But just whether it's seeing you or just the tickets or whatever, it's just to have this day she's going to think about for a long time. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, for her to have the memory, I think is the most important thing. And I think we always want something that we're working towards, and I think a lot of times work can get mundane based on what you do, but for hopefully to have this is not motivation, but it's something that she can celebrate is pretty cool. I hope it'll be a fun experience for her at the game.
What are your thoughts on having a school like this, sports emphasis for children in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I was speaking to somebody about it before I went in, and I mean it's so cool. It's something I hadn't really heard of before this, and I love sports. To know how many kids are the same that I am that love sports, and to get the opportunities they're going to get here is pretty cool.
And what excites you most about this upcoming season?
I think just being back with the guys. I think that's probably what I'll miss most this offseason is not being around my teammates and a lot of my coaches. And so, we're excited. We have a great group of guys, young guys, older guys that have meshed well. And so, first year was a lot of fun. Hopefully, we can have a lot more years of that.
Are you pulling for anyone in the postseason? Any friends in the league? I know you mentioned you and Brock have spoke before. You and Brock Purdy.
I've spoke with Brock a little bit. I'm one of the guys I'm close with, David Blau. He's one of the quarterbacks on the Lions, and so definitely would love to see him in the Super Bowl. And Derek Barnes is a linebacker. He went to Purdue too. But then George in Kansas City is my guy too. So I'm rooting for a lot of guys, but I just want to see good football.
And speaking of good football, man, who was the best defense you faced now that you could look back on it in your rookie season?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think there's just differences to each defense. I think the Chiefs were really tough for a number of ways that you can compare the Chiefs and the Jets, two really good defenses, but the Jets are they really just line up and play what they play, where the Chiefs bring a lot of stuff at you. The Vikings as well do the same thing, and so there was a lot of them. It's the NFL. It's not there's no easy games, so it was difficult, but it was a lot of fun.
When you hear people speculate about your position, will they go get a guy in the draft, will they get a free agent? Does that drive you to show that no, you're the starter?
I think I've been competing for a long time. There hasn't really been a lot of years where I've been just an unquestioned starter going in, and so I'm used to competing. I had to compete to get to the spot that I'm in, and so I also think it would be right to have competition in this league. I think it's the NFL, it's the best of the best, and so it's my job to try to keep my job, and it's people around me decision to try to get the best person possible for that job. And so at the end of the day, it is a business, and so I understand that, and I just try to control what I can control, do my best, and not let that take the joy out of playing football.
When you have a coach who gave you that opportunity mid-season and showed that confidence in you and then spoke glowingly about you, does that help you as far as going into any competition?
Yeah, I think AP, for him and Champ both, for them to do what they did to give me the opportunity is pretty unheard of for a 4th round pick to get just thrown in there for and not just for one game, but for the whole season. And so for them to do that for me was a huge confidence builder for me. Obviously there was some learning curve still, and there still are. It's not easy to be a rookie, but the confidence they instilled in me was great, and much appreciated them.
Thanks, Aidan.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Aidan.
Of course.
Appreciate it,
See you
man.
guys.